We are always live and in color, and we are back with another episode of Talk with Maserati Wine. It's your boy, Maserati Shells, Mr. OC, right? Oh, snaps. Man, I did leave it over there. Dang it. Hold on one second, guys. Dang it. Dang it. It is what it is. Hold on one second. Dang. Hold on. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Had to grab my water. Had to grab my water. Whew, okay. We are back. Sorry, let me get comfortable. Let me get right. Got books and papers everywhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right? Had to grab some water. It's not a lot of water, but it's a little. Today's episode. Actually, today's episode, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick on myself, right? I'm gonna pick on myself a little bit, right? Consistency is king, right? Inconsistency is the enemy, right? And so for that, I think I'm one of the few people, and I'll be honest, who could say this. If I was more consistent, I'd probably be more successful. If I was more consistent, I'd be more successful. I think a lot of people could say that. I think that a lot of people can admit that if you were more consistent, you'd be more successful. Like if you did the things you love, the things you were passionate about, like them hustles, them side businesses, them things you were like entrepreneur, if you did them more consistently, if you stuck to it, you'd be more successful, right? Hold up, before I start looking like a smoker, hold on. Certain things we gotta do, right? You don't hear with your lips chapped, P. Anyway, right? So if I was more consistent, I feel like I've been way more successful. What I mean by being more consistent, right? You'll have ideas, you'll do things, you'll start them, right? But then you'll stop. Not necessarily when it gets difficult, when something else catches your attention or just not giving you the results. So prime example, I think probably the number one thing with most people with being inconsistent with is exercising, right? You go to the gym, right? And I'm gonna pick on all the New Year's resolution people. It's the beginning of the year, make a New Year's resolution. I'm gonna go to the gym. You're gonna lose. I think the average is 10 to 20 pounds. The most people say 10 to 20 pounds, right? And you don't get the results because you're what a scale warrior, meaning you hop on a scale, you see that first 5 pounds, you geeked. You go up, down, you don't get it, so you quit. Around by March, you fall off. The next thing you know, the whole year went by, right? I was like that for I've been working out most of my life off on, right? Because one, I'll get to the point to where I'm watching Arnold, Jay Cutler, Sam Sulek, all the buff dudes, Ronnie Coleman, all the dudes, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the buff look. Weight train, protein, 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day, 2,700 calories. I'm getting buff, but I'm not getting the buff look I want. I'm like, man, I don't want the buff look, man. Now I'm going to cut up. So now I'm in a calorie deficit where I'm only eating 1,500 calories a day. I'm doing hours of cardio. So then I start getting smaller. I start losing weight. Then I'm like, well, I look frail. I don't know the look I want, to the point where I'm being inconsistent with the workout, with the dieting. And now some days I'm doing 2 a days. I'm doing hour cardio in the morning, hour cardio at night. Then I'm slacking. Then I'm not doing nothing at all. So I'm back and forth. I'm very inconsistent with my working out. Right now, the last 9 months is probably the most consistent I've been with working out, because consistency is king. This is the most consistent I've been. Yeah, consistency is a hard word for me to pronounce. I don't know why, but this is the most consistent I've been with a workout in a long time, which is I've actually found a workout that works for me and how I want my body to look and how I want to feel, which is predominantly cardio, doing push-ups and dips. That has worked for me awesomely. Dropped 30 pounds, keeping it off, staying off, but also understanding that dieting is the key. Now, this is not a workout health episode. This is about being consistent. I'm using an example. A lot of people cannot be consistent, right? Consistency kills a lot of people, but consistency is king, right? If you can't be consistent in nothing, you're not going to be successful at it. So think about it as like being a cook. You have to consistently try new recipes, seasoning, to understand how you can just do it without reading the recipe. Think about if you're a cook and you're in a restaurant for to cook something, you got to keep looking at the recipe. You're not going to be a good cook. It's just not possible, right? So you have to be consistently trying new things. Understand it's a pinch of this, a pinch of that. Little pinch of, Salt Bay, remember Salt Bay? Whatever happened to bruh? Where's Salt Bay, right? He got that down to a pack, right? So being consistent over time. Like I think it's in Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's 10,000 hours till you're good at something. Consistency. Like Michael Jordan had to consistently work on his craft to become a great basketball player. I think a lot of us, we do something right, and we don't get the desired reward results we want right then and there because of this instant gratification culture that we stop doing it. Like we really just shut down. Like I don't want to do this no more. Like I'm cool on this. Like it's just not what I want to do right now. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Cause in my mind, bro, I'm gonna tell you the biggest, and we'll go back to working out for just for a little bit, guys. Sorry, I know I'll be jumping around. In my mind, when I first started getting serious about like really working out, I think I was like about like 265, 270. I know I was like face. It was big, right? And I was like, man, I want to just turn it in. I want to turn it into muscle, whatever the case, right? So I'm watching Sam Sulek. I'm watching Ronnie Coleman. I'm like, I already got the mass. In my mind, I'm like, if I just lift heavy, I could turn all this into just pure muscle. I'm talking about just pure stacked muscle. I'm gonna be walking around like this. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing, right? I'm not understanding these dudes on steroids. I'm not that concept is not in my head. Like these dudes are on steroids, so I'm not gonna even grasp. I can't even get to that. They're eating that much because the steroids is burning their metabolism, so they have to eat that much. I'm not understanding that. I'm not getting that they're on steroids. But when I researched them, I was like, oh, okay. Then you got to understand that some dudes that you see in the gym have been doing this for 10 years. You can't come in here a year, 2 years trying to get results that somebody's been doing for 10 years. That's just like certain people at your job. Like you've been at a job, let's say you've been at a job 5 years, right? And a dude come in, been there 6 months, right? Where he's struggling trying to do the work, you just like, man, this is easy. He's been there 6 months. Yeah, it's hard for him, but you know the consistency of doing this, so it's easier for you. So it's more repetition in it for you. It's like push-ups, right? I might be able to get down right now and do 50 like it's nothing. 10 for you gonna look hard. I've consistently done push-ups, right? So when you do something repetitiously, you know, you can get better at it. A lot of us cannot do nothing consistent. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That is one of my biggest downfalls of being consistent with something. I cannot consistently do something. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a DNA thing or it's just me, ADHD. I can't focus, but I'm talking about like, I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna give you some examples. I'm living in Illinois, right? Fairview Heights, lovely place. If you ever want to live there, cheap to live, great place, right? So I'm like, I'm on this this journey of building wealth, and I'm just trying to be better me. I'm just growing, right? I'm going to church. I'm in my men's group. I'm going to Bible study. I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm just focused on me, right? I'm going to the gym. I'm working. I say, you know, I want to buy property. So I go to low income area. I say, I'm going to buy some property. I buy the property, right? In my mind, I'm gonna fix it up myself. I'm like, bro, I've never fixed on a house or nothing myself. I'm gonna fix on it myself, right? So I go on YouTube, right? I go on YouTube like, okay, bam. So I go on Facebook. Hey, who know how to do this? So they like, hey, you gotta strip the whole house down to the struts and the plumbing. I'm like, I could do that. So you just gotta clean it out, start ripping up the floors, breaking down the wall, taking it all down the drywall, and go do everything. Bro, I spent about maybe 3 weekends doing that. The first weekend I had to cut the grass. I cut all the grass, chopped down the trees that was blocking the front of it, got all the way down. I did all that, cleared all that out. Bam. I could see the whole house now. Bam. I was so proud of myself. Like, man, I took pictures of my boy. Like, look, man, I cleared out all the grass, all that. Bam. Next day, I went in. I cleared out the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, and the room and downstairs. I think it was a 3-2. I cleared out all downstairs, the front porch, the kitchen, and that's it. I was like, man, I'm doing this. For some reason, I don't know why I stopped. Then by the time I stopped, winter hit. So now it's snowing. Once winter hit, I got caught up in whatever else, never went back to finish it, right? I still own the property right now. It's still halfway done. I don't know what's going on. But I wasn't consistent. If I was consistent, that probably would have been done up already. I could have been renting it out, yada, yada, yada. Still got it. Matter of fact, I got to pay taxes in July, right? That's another example of being inconsistent, and I could have had something going. Like, now, it's not detrimental to my lifestyle. It's not hurt me, but if I would have been consistent with it, it could have been profitable, right? But I think I was inconsistent because it wasn't really what I was passionate about. Even with this podcast, right? And I'm really passionate about my podcast. Like I really love, enjoy doing this. Like you wouldn't have to pay me to do this. I love doing it for free, right? So I remember I started in 2019. Actually, you know what? I got to give myself a pat on the back. From 2019 to about 2021, I was consistent. I mean, every Saturday, I remember I used to, every Saturday when I first started this, I would set up I would break it down, set it up, have an interview every Saturday morning. Someone would come over, bam. Even when it was COVID, bro, I was so professional. When people come out, I would disinfect the whole apartment. I had a little studio in Long Beach, disinfect it, bam, set up everything, get it ready, bam, set up, invite whoever that has some water for them, cool. If you want to do it with a mask, I can keep a mask on with no problem, whatever, cool, bam. I was consistent. I had an eye on the goal. And when I first started my podcast, I didn't even have a goal, to be honest. I didn't think nothing of it. I was just interviewing rap artists. I just wanted to talk to people. I wanted to conversate, hence the name Talking with Maserati. I just wanted to just have conversations. Nothing scripted, no content script, no goofy stuff, just real conversations, right? But in 2021, my life got a little better and I started traveling. Life started and I started enjoying life. Slowed down. Picked back up in 2022 when I moved to Illinois. I kind of did it again. Slowed down. So I saw the inconsistencies in my life. And today I was at church and I was just like, bro, my biggest problem is I'm very inconsistent. And I wondered to myself, I was like, are there other people out there like me who are very inconsistent and don't even realize that they're inconsistent and that's why they're not being successful? If they could just master that one thing of being inconsistent, how successful would they be? Even if it's inconsistent with their budgeting or just with their relationships or just a relationship with God, like what is really keeping them from being consistent? Like what do you think is keeping you from being consistent? Is it just something you think that you were raised like? Or is it something that you just have ADHD? Or you just lazy? Or you're a procrastinator? Like, what do you really think is keeping you from being consistent? For me, I think I have a lot of great ideas, right? I think, and each idea is the next idea. Each idea is, oh, that's the great one. That's the one. And then I'll put a little effort into this one. Then it's this one, like even my podcast, right? I remember 1 year I spent so much money trying to figure out the lighting, the camera. Like, do I need this lighting? Like, should the lighting be over me for a backdrop? Should I have 3 like this? How many cameras do I need? But one time I thought I needed 3 4K cameras for just me. I thought I needed one right here, one from this angle, and when I'm talking, I had to edit so they could pan. And when I'm talking, I'm like, bruh, it's a whole lot. What are you trying to run a whole studio? Like, I'm like, bruh. So then I went from the content, like I was inconsistent with the content. I started off as interviewing rappers, like, right? Just going back, like interviewing rappers from me not even being on camera, but just interviewing them where I was behind just talking. That was cool. I went to, from that, I went to just me like this. Then from that, I went to doing actual music reviews, doing music reviews and stuff like that. It was back and forth. It was inconsistent. And then the content topics was I did relationship for some time. I did a little red pill for a little bit, which I still feel like I'm red pill a little bit, but not hardcore mandatory red pill. But it was just inconsistent. I didn't know really what I wanted to do until I realized I'm just wanting to help people in general, right? Based off my experiences, which works better for me, right? But I just asking myself today on the drive back home, I'm like, I wonder, am I the only person that has that problem of being inconsistent, right? And I think most people, the only consistent thing people do is go to work every day. I think that's the most consistent thing that we've done most of our life is wake up and go to work and come home. I think because that's a responsibility most people have to have. I think that's the most responsible thing most of us have to have. So that's the most responsible thing we do and stay consistent with is going to work every day or paying your taxes every day and doing your income taxes every year. I think that's the most consistent. Like some people don't even bathe every day. Like some people don't brush their teeth every day. I swear to God. Y'all know I ain't lying. So they're inconsistent with that. Like, okay. Probably the most consistent thing I am with me is if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I cut you off. I'm not talking to you. That's the most consistent. I'm consistent with that. But I think that when you look at it in its totality, right? I want. If I could sit down with like some successful entrepreneurs and businessmen and just ask them like, hey, what do you think was your number one key to success? Was it consistency? Was it your knowledge? Or was it being debt free? I have a feeling they would say consistency, like just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over till it worked. Like just pounding it, just pounding it, just pounding it in every day. Like, man, listen, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Like I remember when was it? I forgot the exact year, but it was one year, bro. I wake up every day at 4 a.m. and that was my most productive year. And even now, I wake up pretty early, but it was my most productive year. I woke up every day at 4 a.m. I don't know why, but I didn't even need an alarm. My body was just up at 4 a.m. like that. And recently, I was doing that too, but then I don't know, for some reason my body just changed. Now I'm a 6 a.m. guy now. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. I don't know the reasoning, but I know that structure and discipline go hand in hand with consistency. I will say that again. Structure and discipline go hand in hand with consistency. And consistency, structure and discipline is nothing no one else can validate at all. Structure, discipline, consistency, no one else can validate. You can't post that. There's no likes, there's no comments, there's no views that can make that work for you. I promise you, no one else can validate that for you. There's nothing in the world that no one can tell you to make that work for you. You have to make that work for you. It's the only person that can do that. Can no one hop on your live? No one can hop on your comments. Oh yeah, man, you got discipline, structure, and consistency, bro. I like that about you. You have to like that for you, and you have to want that for you for that to even work. If it doesn't work, it just don't work. Because a lot of times, bro, we live in a world where our bubble that we live in, that we create this false narrative in our life where we're always right, where it only matters what we think in here becomes a real reality, and it's not. Like I have a friend, I had to tell her, like, you live in your own bubble where you think what you think is the real reality when it's not. Because I do that sometimes too. Like I be in my own head like, no, and I have to snap myself out like, no, that's not real reality. That's fake reality. Because in a sense, it's like this. I have to be mindful of what's going on around me and what's being said and what's being done. Because at this point, what I'm doing, I have to understand that I have to be consistent. Like right now, I'm consistent. I'm challenging myself to be consistent with the podcast, with my working out and my eating. Those are the three things I'm being consistent with. I promise myself, and my budgeting, my finances. I'm challenging myself personally. I don't care who knows about it. I'm not trying to show off for no one else. That's just something personal, right? That is something personal that I just want for me. No one else. It doesn't matter what no one else says. It's about me and what I'm trying to do, because that's all that matters to me right now. It's how I discipline myself, my structure, and my consistency. Those three pillars right now is what I want to judge myself on. I don't care what no one on the outside say. I don't care what no one else thinks. That's what I want with me right now. Because that's what matters to me right now. Like, I don't care what y'all say. I love it. I love the people who watch me. I love the people who support every view I get. I don't care if it was one view or half a view. I don't care if you watch a split second or the whole episode. But I don't care what you think about my discipline, my structure, my consistency. Because I have to think that. Ain't that right? Even my partner back there, I don't care what he think. I don't care if he watching how I'm talking. I know y'all like, why is he just sitting there? It's my little partner. He helped me through the episodes. But nah. And I think I have to drive it home with that. I think that a lot of times, like, I was watching a basketball game last night. I gotta drink some water to that. Hold on. Bruh, I ain't never seen a basketball team get whooped like that. From the beginning to the end, they got whooped. I'm talking about OKC got dog walked from beginning to end. I'm talking about from when they tipped the ball, when a nigga did this, when he did this, they got dog walked from that moment. It wasn't a moment they wasn't getting dog walked. From that moment, they was getting dog walked, bro. I'm talking about, but I'm watching the game. You know how, like, like I'm a Laker fan, so I'm not going for either one of these teams. Whoever wins, I'm gonna be happy for them, right? It's a win for the NBA, right? Because it's some young brothers, some young teams. They all it's new. It's some new talent. Like I say, each team has a new talent. Like I say for OKC, it's SGA. For Wolves, it's Anthony Edwards. For Pacers, it's what's his name? It's Tahil Halliburton. And then for the Knicks, it's Bronson, right? So it's a new face, right? It's new. I like the fact that there's new teams out there, right? I love that, right? With the Helly Burton, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, bro, they got whooped. And I'm sitting there watching like, hold on, they gonna come back. I'm like, nah, they not going out. They got whooped by a 40 piece. A 40 glizzy Glock. A 40 glizzy Glock. I said, no way. I said, nah. I said, what the helly? What the helly? Oh, bro, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, what the helly? Nah, bro. I'm sitting there like, nah, it's no way. I'm like, now this is a professional basketball game in the playoffs. This is the Eastern Conference Finals. No, this is my bad, the Western Conference Finals, and you're getting blown out like it's a travel ball team, bruh. Man, they had the the closeout team in like 8 minutes left in the fourth. But I'm sitting there eating my little veggie quesadilla like, bruh, come on, bruh. But nah, I had to throw that in there because that was just wow. Also, so I was having a conversation with my boy, Mad Boy. Shout out Mad Boy. Mad Boy always coming with some crazy ideas. Mad Boy always he pulls me to the side. He has crazy ideas, and I just listen to him. And some of them are good, some of them aren't good, right? So I'm listening to Mad Boy, right? Mad Boy's like, he's like, hey, maybe you should start back interviewing artists. I'm like, man, I don't like interviewing artists somewhere for multiple reasons. Not because I don't like doing it. I love interviewing artists. Some artists are very interesting. Some artists are very good. There's a lot of artists I would love to interview right now. But I was just like, someone be like wilding in the interview, and like they come, they smoke, they drink, and it's like they be just too high at the interview, or they just talk about just the conversation sometimes don't be very in depth. Or when you do the interview, when you post it, they don't share it. They just like it and say, oh yeah, we went up, and they only share a little bit for like a week or two. They really don't push the interview. They really don't push you. It just be about them. And then once the interviews die down, they don't even fuck with you no more. It just be for the interview. I'm a relationship type guy. Like once I rock with you and you cool, I like build relationships. Like I'm like locked in. Like so. But as of late, when I go out, because I'm one of the dudes. I like where I'm from. I go out. Like I hang out. Like you'll see me in public. Like people see me at the gym. You'll see me at the store. You'll see me just walking. Yes, I walk, and I got to tell you about that walking stuff too. But lately, people been like, hey, let's get an interview in, like artists. I'm like, okay, like I guess like we can get one in, and I'm a man of my word, so I'm like, but I'm like wondering like, is that missing in the game? Like locally, like do local artists still want to do interviews? Like let me know, do local artists still want to do like interviews with like with podcasts and stuff, like still get their story? Because I felt like at one point hopping on a podcast or having an interview kind of like cements who you are, and just so you know, it increases your digital footprint online. So when you post a podcast interview, it's out there. People can go see that, like So I think that's important. So, I think I might start doing it. I did it for a while. I didn't, and just for all the artists I did interview back when I first started, I didn't take the interviews down because I didn't rock with you. I took them down because the old channel I had some problems or whatever, and it was mixed. That channel was my 8182 Entertainment channel, and so I had music videos, I had interviews, I had nonprofit stuff. So I just took the whole channel down, and I couldn't it was too much work to kind of separate it. So I just took all the videos down, and I didn't realize I didn't have all the episodes backed up. So I only have a few of the interviews that I really wish I could have saved them all. I'm trying to find them on my backup drive, but I don't know if I can find them all, but I got some of them. So I made a mistake. I ain't gonna lie. I messed up. I can't save all of them. So you have to be real with yourself when you make mistakes and admit that you made a mistake. I made a mistake. My bad, right? So with that being said, moving on. With being secure with myself and understanding that I love being me, right? So where I'm from, I'm pretty popular. I wouldn't say the most popular, but I'm pretty popular, right? So I have a tendency to walk. I got the little calorie counter, hit them with the Shador, right? And I tend to just go for walks, like a 2 mile walk, 3 mile walk, right? And I'll hit a square block, right? I'll either walk to Target, I'll walk to Walmart, I'll just walk. So on these walks, because I know a lot of people, and I'm pretty much a decent people. People like me, right? People got love for me, respect for me. So on these walks, when I walk, people will see me and be like, they'll honk. I'll be like, what up? You know, I hit them like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Wah. And they hit me with the wah or something else. Another type of wah. What's up, my nigga Shells? They say that, right? Then I'll be walking. They'll bust a Yui or they'll pull up. You good? You need a ride? I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm walking. I'm just walking. Or like I'll be walking, right? And they'll pull up, hey, you need a ride? You good, bro? I'm like, no, I'm just walking. Yeah, I'm taking a walk, right? Or I'm coming, like I walk to the park where they play basketball at, and they're like, you straight? Like my cousin put up on, you good? You got good out here? Yeah, I'm just taking a walk. Like I'm good. I'm not doing bad. Or in the morning time, if I'm going to work, right, where we live, I can't park here because we have too many cars, right? So I got 2 cars. Everybody got cars, right? So I have to park across the street and a block over, right? You know how California is, right? So when I get up, excuse me, the water, I get dressed. I be at the crosswalk. They be like, you good? You all right? You need a ride? Like, now I'm going to my car. I gotta go to work. They're like, all right, just checking, make sure you good. See you later. So it's cool and it's funny because I be sitting here like, I wonder if they think that like I'm like stranded or lost or like I'm just wandering like homeless or something. I could be, you never know. But thank you for caring. Like, but it's funny because I do be walking kind of far places, like, and so it do look like, and I dress bummy. I pretty much I'm not a dresser upper. I swear to you, I'm not. So what you see like right now, this is just an easy Gap collab. I got some cargo cargo khaki pants with a wallet chain and some regular beat up Ultra Boost. Like I'm really just dressed down, baggy fit. I'm really dressed down, so I'm not really like that. So, and then if I'm coming from the gym or just on my walks, I'm probably wearing some beat up Ultra Boost that look bad, some Hanes socks, a George white tee from Walmart, and some shorts. So I'm looking basic. I ain't got no hair looking like this, you know. So I'm looking pretty basic. Like I'm not really like looking like I'm stunting like that. So yeah, I could be considered looking like a homeless person, probably, maybe. But it's funny. I enjoy it. It's like a laugh every time because some people pull over and stop me and talk, or they'll be like, "Hey, you good, my nigga?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm good. What's up? How you been?" I'm like, "I'm good. I'm gonna holler at you." I hit him like, "No, I was just chilling. I was just walking." But it's like the funniest thing to me. But I love it. Shout out to all the people who stop and honk or talk to me, whatever. And then, the worst. This is the worst. To some of you ladies, don't hit me in the DM. Oh, I seen you walking. Why you didn't stop and talk? Why you didn't stop and talk? I'm just saying, we could have talked about something. We could have been. Man, don't hit me in my DM. I seen you walking. Oh, I saw you yesterday. What you mean you saw me yesterday? That's when you should have DM'd me. It was yesterday. Let me tell me. Let me. Oh, okay. Let me stop. Ooh, let me stop. But yeah, let me stop. But anyway, what else I gotta say today? But yeah, man, be more consistent, guys. I'm gonna be more consistent. I ain't gonna even say how I'm because I don't want to tell y'all hold me to that, and I'm sitting here looking stupid. Well, I'm definitely gonna try to be more consistent. Y'all be more consistent in hitting that notification and subscribe button. New subscribers. I need to post more shorts on YouTube. I need to go more. I'm trying to learn how to upload these YouTube podcasts up to Twitch, or how to go live on Twitch on my desktop. But it be acting funny. It looks weird to me, so I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna learn how to do that to get my Twitch presence up a little bit more and then bring my Twitch to YouTube. Because I do want to get some of my artists on Twitch. I would like to. What I want to do is bring a lot of the Orange County artists that I want to interview to Twitch. I would love to have their music and have to help Twitch people around the world help me review their music. That's what I would love to do. That's my goal, really, to get that going. So once I get that going, I feel like it'll kind of be better to me. Because I like to have fun. So I'm goofy. So I would love to get somebody on there and like clown it. If the music is good, it's good. If it's trash, it's trash. I would love to do that. Like, that's me. I'm a goofy person. I'm funny. Don't take it personal. I'm just making jokes. Do not come beat me up. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problem. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. But y'all have a great day, man. Wow. End stream here. We have to end the stream over there. And then we do this. Then we end over here. Yeah, I gotta learn how to do the twist thing, bro. I gotta get on that.